Hi, this is Nikki. I'm the creator of Nicki's Homemade Crafts. Today I would like to show you how to do this swirl pattern on my Peppermint Slouchy hat. I won't be able to show you the entire pattern as I have it written down, but I'll show you how to start this swirl, and afterwards it's actually pretty easy after you understand the first part of it. And then you just continue on to either increase or expand the slouchy hat, as you can see it here. All right, let's get started. So I have this yarn. Sorry, it's kind of used already. Let's see, can you see this? So this is the other way around. Sorry about that. Okay. So it is the Deborah Norville Collection Everyday Soft Worsted Yarn. So I have it in, it's white. It's called Snow White and Really Red. So those are the two that I'm using. And then I already started making the magic ring, and I put my double crochets in here. Those are 12 double crochets. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully it's bright enough. And then also you're going to need two different kinds of stitch markers. The reason why I use two different kinds, meaning two different colors in this case, is you need one color to see when the row starts or finishes pretty much. Oops, over here. And then you need one color, one of the stitch markers to see when the color changes. Usually it's not a big deal to see when the color changes. You're going to notice because you're going to run out of stitches, and then you just switch to the other color. But in case you do a mistake, it really helps to have a stitch marker, because then you can frog easily and just know when you need to either switch to colors or when to start a new row. Okay, so these are continuous rows. There's no slip stitch unless I mention it in the pattern. So this is the first part. You do magic ring and then 12 double crochets, and then you don't do slip stitch, as I just said. So we're gonna continue on the rows, okay, with the red. So I have the next part will call for 2 double crochets in the first stitch. So this will be the first one. And then this is where you put your first stitch marker right here, okay, on that first double crochet. So you know that's where you always start a new row, okay? So we're going to do that for the first 6 stitches. So this is the first stitch. This will be the second stitch. Hopefully you can see that clearly. So this is where the first one was, okay, the first double crochet of the first row. And then I'm going to continue that for 6 stitches. Let's see. I'm talking, I can't count at the same time, so I have 1, 2, 3 stitches. This would be 4, then 5, and 6. Okay, so that's half the amount of the first row, and that's where you're going to stop this and then start the new color. Okay, in my case that is white. Okay, so in order to not lose the stitch, because you're literally just dropping the color, so I like to kind of expand the last loop a little bit further like this. Okay, and then you're going to start your white. I like to make a little slip stitch like this, and then just pull it in and do a single crochet and a half double crochet. But on the first single crochet right here, this is where I'm going to place my stitch marker. This is where we change the colors, okay, right here. And now you're going to continue on doing the same pattern as we did before right here, meaning 2 double crochets in the same stitch like that until you hit your first stitch marker like this. almost there. Okay, I'm gonna show you until I hit the pink slip stitch, stitch marker again, and then I'll stop, because then afterwards it's pretty easy. Okay, so now I pretty much finished my first row. It doesn't really look like an exact row, as you know, it goes continuous, and here we drop the color. Okay, so now here at this point right here, you know that the new row starts. So every time, in my case it's blue, every time I hit blue there's a new row that starts. Okay, so the second row calls for a double crochet in the first stitch and a single crochet in the next stitch. So I'm gonna make one double crochet, and then I'm gonna move my stitch marker from here to here, so just one up. Okay, that way I know this is the next row, that's where it starts. Okay, so we said 2 double crochet in the first and 1 double crochet in the next, and then you continue on until you hit the next stitch marker. So where was I? 1. One, 2. Okay. And then 1, 2, 1. Okay, so you see that I'm about to run out, so this is where we then switch the colors. Okay, so I do one more of the 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and I kind of hold this down here, the giant loop that I made, so it won't lose, you know, the tension. And then I do one more of the 1 double crochet, and now I'm going to drop the white and continue on with the red. So I'm going to make a big loop here, just like I did with the red, and I'm going to drop it, and I'm going to pick up the red again, just pull the loop tight again. Oh, it's kind of twisted. Okay, and now I'm just going to continue on with the same pattern as I just did, but onto this one. So here's where we had our first single crochet there, so we're going to do a, can you see that? Ooh, my focus keeps going away. I don't know what my camera is doing. Okay, so this will be a first double crochet. That's where actually we're going to move this stitch marker up. Okay, move it right here. So as I said, we're going to do 2 double crochet in the same stitch, and then we're going to do 1 double crochet in that half double crochet that we had. Okay, and then you just continue on until you hit this blue one again, and that's when you know the next row starts. Okay, so this is how you do this part, and then you just continue on either increasing, and then when you don't increase anymore, you just place 1 double crochet in each stitch, as I mentioned in the pattern. And by the end, when you have to finish off before you do the front post double crochet and back post double crochet, I mentioned that in the last 3 stitches you would do a different kind of pattern. So let's say these ones would be our last 3 stitches, then you would place a half double crochet, single crochet, and a slip stitch. So that's what I meant when I said the last 3. So this is, if I would finish up with red, you know that it continues into like this pointy area of a candy cane peppermint. So then you just do half double crochet, single crochet, and slip stitch. That's how you finish off that pattern all the way at the end. Okay, I hope this video was helpful on how to start this hat or this beanie. If you want the full pattern, there's a link below in the description, and I hope you can give me a thumbs up that you like the video and subscribe to my YouTube video channel so you can see any other videos that I place in the future quite frequently. Actually, seems to be lately about once a week or so. Sometimes it's once in 2 weeks. All right, thank you and see you later. Bye.